stakeholder in ensuring national security and internal security, and BSF by its culture goes hand to hand with all the stakeholders, including media, civil society, and other security agencies. So I welcome you all once again. Today we are celebrating the 61st Foundation Day of BSF. Since its formation on 1st December 1965, BSF has played a key role in different areas, including different wars, securing our international borders, counter-terrorism operations in Kashmir and Punjab, counter-insurgency operations in Naxal area and Northeast with high level of success rate. Today, we remember our martyrs who have made supreme sacrifice while performing duties in ensuring national and internal security. BSF Kashmir Frontier has contributed immensely in bringing peace and stability in Kashmir Valley and has neutralized, arrested large number of prominent foreign terrorists of different nationalities as well as local terrorists during last 6 decades. Throughout its journey, this frontier worked in close synergy and coordination with army and other security forces, intelligence agencies towards its efforts to bring peace and stability in the valley, effectively dominating the 343-kilometer long LC and thwarting a huge number of infiltration attempts and smuggling of warlike stores and drugs. The force also works closely with civil population as partners in ensuring safety and security in the valley and LC management. In the last 1 year, BSF Kashmir Frontier has effectively manned and dominated the LOC in close coordination with Indian Army. In addition, BSF units have secured some vital installations of national security importance like Srinagar and Avantipura Airfield and Raj Bhavan. Few BSF units which are in anti-infiltration role in district Baramulla and Handwara have effectively dominated their AOR and provided secure passage to the SF convoys as well as to the civil public. Despite facing numerous challenges of harsh weather, underdeveloped and inhospitable mountainous terrain, difficult living conditions, and constant threats of bat action, sniping, ceasefire violations, and Fidayeen attack, violent BSF officers and Jawans stand fearlessly to secure the LOC along with the army with full zeal and devotion. During the year 2025-26, BSF Kashmir Frontier achieved huge operational successes in close coordination and synergy with the army and other sister agencies. The most remarkable achievement was the first phase of Op Sindoor, where BSF units along with the Indian Army had effectively executed fire assaults on park posts and terrorist launching pads along the LOC, displayed strong, accurate and professional response. All BSF units of Kashmir Frontier, including its artillery regiments, had carried out heavy and accurate shelling and firing on enemy posts and bunkers, causing huge casualty to Pak troops, heavy damage to their forward posts, and complete destructions of some of their terrorist launching pads along the LOC. BSF's professional, effective, and impactful action against the enemy during Op Sindoor was greatly appreciated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Union Home Minister, and Union Defence Minister, and heads of other security agencies. The operation demonstrated BSF's meticulous ops planning and preparedness, firepower, skills, and strategic contribution towards national security in the Kashmir Valley. In addition to Op Sindoor, BSF in coordination with the Indian Army effectively dominated the LC, resulting in neutralization of 8 terrorists in a total of 4 infiltration attempts made by them in the year 2025. The force also carried out 22 joint operations within Indian Army, RR, JKP, and CRPF along the LOC and in hinterland, neutralizing some terrorists in North Kashmir and recovering large cache of warlike stores like AK-47 rifle, MP5 rifle, pistols, hand grenades, UBGL grenades, Chinese grenades, MGL, and ammunitions of different caliber. The G branch of BSF has also contributed immensely in providing important operational intelligence on movements and activities of terrorist groups and their cadres. Our G unit is keeping a close watch on all the 69 active launching pads along the LOC, where around 100 to 120 terrorists have been waiting to infiltrate. Simultaneously, various training camps of terrorists are also scrutiny of our int wing. Following the Pahalgam attack on terrorists, specially trained BSF CICT teams have been providing security to the Gulmarg Baul. The CICT teams in Gulmarg have been carrying out their task professionally and effectively, providing a secure environment to visiting tourists in close coordination with Jammu and Kashmir police. In Ops Mahadev, BSF units and specially trained frontier CICT teams along with Gandarbal SOG, CRPF and RR had effectively dominated the higher ridges of northern flank of Mahadev ridges, establishing temporary operating bases and played a key role in choking the likely route of the terrorists from Mahadev ranges towards Gandarbal and Bandipur. The joint ops finally resulted in neutralizing the group of terrorists on 28th July 2025. During this year's Amarnath Ji Yatra 2025, BSF had contributed immensely in coordination with JKP and other security forces in providing security cover to the pilgrims in district Anantnag, Kulgam, Srinagar and Gandarbal and ensuring an incident-free yatra. Total 128 companies of BSF along with the other security forces were deployed for ensuring the safety of yatris. During the yatra, BSF had also deployed its special mountain rescue teams with components for disaster response and emergency medical response on the pedestrian routes. In addition, 4 medical camps and 3 vet camps were established for providing quick medical response and humanitarian assistance to the pilgrims, porters and ponies respectively. As part of gender equality and making women of border villages as partners, BSF Kashmir Frontier has taken an important initiative of deploying Mahila troops of BSF on FDLs, forward locations, along the LOC at high altitude and at 24/7 nakas at choke points on roads approaching from LOC to intercept female couriers and supporters of terrorist outfits smuggling networks. These Mahila Praharis have been able to intercept a female courier of drugs on NC Pass. In addition, our Mahila Prahari have gained confidence of female folks of border villages and have been playing a key role in countering anti-national activities in close coordination with local women. Considering the changing war tactics globally and emerging threats and challenges along India's border, BSF has been working on modernization of the force and inducting new technology in partnership with key defense research institutions, premier technology and engineering institutions, public and private sector. DGBSF had recently inaugurated BSF Drone Warfare School at BSF Academy Gwalior to build offensive as well as defensive unmanned aerial capabilities of the force. This school has been training officers and troops on drone design, their weaponization, jamming system, AI and modern warfare techniques. In addition, new drone forensics labs have been established at Delhi and Amritsar for training and research on drone and anti-drone technology. The Bhumi initiative of the force is a step towards leveraging innovations from Indian startups startups to address challenges like detection and destruction of drones, identifying tunnels, and finding out alternate communication systems. In addition, digital initiatives like NIE-LIT partnership focuses towards training officers and men to deal with cyber threats. BSF para jumping course, which is started recently, is aimed at training officers and men for carrying out special ops in mountainous and jungle terrains. The frontier has also taken a large number of initiatives to improve the defenses and infrastructure at forward locations to provide better ops environment and living facilities to Jawan. BSF has inducted new surveillance equipment and weaponry, including the improved night surveillance and warfare capabilities to prepare its troops for emerging challenges along the LOC and hinterland. A lot of emphasis is being given on training of troops on various aspects of domination of LC and emerging challenges of infiltration, bat action, and hostilities by the enemy. In addition, under Civil Action Program, BSF has been regularly organizing various events for the benefit of border population, which include skill development program, Bharat Darshan tours for school students mainly from remote border areas, free medical veterinary camps, blood donation camps, pre-recruitment training program, and awareness program on Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. These initiatives have been helpful in making border population as partners in national security. Apart from above, to improve synergy and cooperation with local population, especially with women and youth, a mega cycle rally of 79 kilometers was organized by BSF Kashmir Frontier on the occasion of 79th Independence Day celebration under the theme Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat on 12th August 2025. Further, on 12th October 2025, BSF Kashmir Frontier had organized the Wooler Half Marathon 2.0 under Khelo India Scheme's Fit India initiative. BSF also plays crucial role in disaster response and rescue and relief of civil population. In this role, BSF had rescued 4 local tourists from Sopore on 24th August 25 who were stranded near Rajdan Pass due to landslide and heavy rains. Also on 7th October and 5th November, BSF troops rescued 11 civilians stranded in heavy snowfall on different axes of Samshabari range. Apart from that, on many occasions, BSF are first responder in helping the civilians in incidents like fire or road accidents in border areas. On Diamond Jubilee of BSF formation as IG of Kashmir Frontier, I reiterate commitment of our force to serve the people of Kashmir with full dedication, ensuring well-being, safety and security of local people and tourist employees from different parts of the country is first and foremost priority of the force. Thank you. Jai Hind.
सर मुझे एक्चुअली जानना है कि ऑपरेशन सिंदूर से पहले कितने घुसपैठ के प्रयास बीएसएफ ने विफल किए और ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बाद क्या इन प्रयासों में बढ़ोतरी हुई या कमी आई?
देखिए, इस साल कश्मीर फ्रंटियर में केवल 4 इन्फिल्ट्रेशन अटेम्प्ट हुए थे। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बाद 2 अटेम्प्ट और ऑपरेशन सिंदूर से पहले 2 अटेम्प्ट, जिसमें टोटल 13 लोगों ने अटेम्प्ट किया था, जिसमें 8 को न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया इंडियन आर्मी ने और 5 दे वर पुश बैक, दे वेंट बैक एक्चुअली।
Sir, you pointed out that there had been the 4 terrorists that were neutralized under your supervision as far as the combined operation between Army and BSF is concerned. What about the information that was provided individually and specifically by the BSF? How many such inputs were shared on the basis of which the operations were launched? And has there been any change in the tactics as far as the infiltration is concerned? Because in recent past we have seen that a back was there in the recent one, but then it was pushed back. Whether there was a neutralization or not, that only the army or your BSF can confirm. But what were the tactics that now has changed after post Sindoor? Because recently we have seen the kind of module that has been busted, like white collar terrorists or the white collar doctors. Is it an emerging challenge for the BSF? Because now an educated youth is coming into the fora, and we don't know whether he comes with a tainted past or he's clean. Is BSF working on that also? And as far as the BSF's role in the hinterland is concerned, do we see that the locals joining? Because in the recent past, during this white collar module, many of the locals have been found missing from the South Kashmir. How is it going to impact the situation? Because on the one side, we see it's a goody goody situation that the locals are not joining. But don't you see that this is another mechanism that is taking a shape which is much more disastrous and much more challenging than those who were listed, identified, and were radar on the social, on the security forces?
So I'll start with means one by one. I'll answer your questions. First is relating to any change in the modus in infiltration. The infiltration modus has not very drastically changed, except that some of the routes, new routes, they are adopting, and we get intelligence inputs about that, and we are able to cover them along with coordination with Indian Army. Our int setup, G setup has a very good int resources, and they are able to provide us quite large number of inputs which result into various operations. Either it is relating to neutralization of the terrorist or recovery of warlike stores from the LC area. So our focus in LC area in close coordination is with army is very focused, and every intelligence which is generated, we follow it up properly so that any attempt which is being made for infiltration, we are able to neutralize that. And we have a lot of success stories in that. Some operations done by Indian Army independently, and some are done in coordination with BSF. In hinterland, we are generally in support of JKP, and we have 13 companies which are deployed in hinterland. In hinterland as well as LC, all these operations happen in close coordination with all other security agencies, and they intelligence agencies and security agencies have been following up all these inputs of locals getting recruited, and it is being taken to logical conclusion.
So how do you see this, the white collar module? Because now we see the people are joining the terror outfits who were never in the list, who were never on the list. They're the white collars without any tainted past, the ones who have earned their accolades, have presented themselves before the forums. And how is it going to, how are you going to develop a mechanism to identify those people? Because you play a role as at hinterland as well as LC. LC, it is quite clear that who is going to take the operation and who will take the lead, how the reports are shared. But when it comes to the hinterland, where now we see that this is more a challenge than what was there earlier, being the listed ones.
Yeah, every security agencies and int agencies working in Kashmir frontier means Kashmir Valley have been focusing on such type of modules, and the initiatives which we have been taking under civil action program to develop a lot of coordination and cooperation, making the civil population as partners in national and internal security. We are sure that such attempts will come to focus to us, and we will be able to carry out some operations.
But how big the challenge is now?
Challenge is big, definitely, and we have to identify such elements which are being recruited silently, and I think all the agencies have to work in coordination to bust such type of modules.
And what is the role being played by the BSF as far as the radicalization part is concerned? Because in this case also, the radicalization was one of the elements that was found by the national investigating agencies and the other agencies coordinating with the JNP police.
Yeah, our agencies have been, means our int wing has been focusing on identifying institutions or places which are generally being used as radicalization centers, and we inform all the agency relating to that, because the responsibility of means in hinterland we have only 13 companies which are in coordination with JKP, but in Kashmir Valley everything happens in synergy with all the security. So whatever information we get, we share with the concerned agencies, and based on that the modules are constructed.
This side, is there any change in the launching pads? क्या launching pads change हो रहे हैं? क्या routes change हो रहे हैं? Is there any such report with this?
जी हाँ, we have input following the damage we had caused to launching pads of terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir frontier. We have intelligence inputs which indicate that some of the launching pads have been moved from the forward areas to different locations so that they are not in the firing range of Indian Army or BSF deployed on the LC.
Cristiano, you talked about the launching pads. You said 69 active launching pads right now. Why were these pads targeted in Operation Sindoor? Number one. Did we have the information at that time as well? And then there are talks about our defense minister and other top functionaries. They are talking about the Operation Sindoor led fall. You are the force on the ground. So is there a possibility of another round of it? And what are our preparations?
See, we are very much fully prepared, and Operation Sindoor continues. And whenever there is misadventure from Pakistan, we are very much prepared and ready to give a very befitting reply to them.
I'm talking about these launch pads.
Launching pads, yes, we had these launching pads under our radar. There is no doubt in that. But the locations and the distances from the LC varies, and sitting on the LC, it may be difficult to target all the launching pads from there.
जो नार्को टेररिज्म है इसको कैसे आप देखते हो कितना बड़ा चैलेंज है
Yeah, narco terrorism is a very big challenge, and there are efforts by the enemy to push more and more narcotics in Kashmir Valley, so that youth get addicted to drugs. Similarly, narco is also used to finance the terror things, and so narco terror is a big challenge, and we have a very focused approach to ensure that whatever smuggling attempts are being done, especially from Tangdhar area, we are able to identify them and means neutralize them.
From the activity of the drones, like carrying weapons or like drone activity along the border.
Drone activities are there which we have been observing, but that is restricted to other part of the LC. Generally, those are recce or surveillance drones which are not crossing the LC. But yes, drone are under our observation.
Sir, since we said that only over invitation attempts have been made before and during the tour conference. So, do you see it is because of the strong infiltration rate? Is one of the reasons that.
So compared to previous years, this year the attempts were less, means I'll say, and that is because we are very effectively dominating the LC along with the army.
अभी सर्दियों का मौसम शुरू हो गया है, इनफैक्ट जो एलओसी एरियाज है वहाँ पे बर्फबारी भी हुई है, तो इस साल जो घुसपैठ के प्रयास थे कहीं न कहीं पैकेजिंग सामने आ रहे, तो क्या अभी ऐसा कोई घुसपैठ का प्रयास हाल ही में जो है रिकवर हुआ है या रिकॉर्ड हुआ है, जो जिससे जो संख्या की घुसपैठ की वो काफी ज्यादा?
जी, घुसपैठ के अटेम्प्ट अभी भी जो हमारी इंटेलिजेंस इनपुट्स आ रही हैं उसमें अटेम्प्ट की कोशिश है. देयर आर ऑब्जर्वेशंस ऑफ रेकी ऑफ फॉरवर्ड लोकेशंस बाय द टेररिस्ट विद द हेल्प ऑफ पाक आर्मी और ISI. जैसे ही विंटर अभी शुरू होगा और अभी थोड़ा सा गैप है, तो कुछ अटेम्प्ट होने के चांसेस हो सकते हैं, बट वी हैव बीन प्रोमिनेंटली डोमिनेटिंग द एरिया एंड जिस भी तरह की इंटेलिजेंस हमारे पास आती है हम उस पर अच्छी कार्रवाई करते हैं।
Thank you.